Yo, you checked in the Next to Blow podcast, hosted by the South Carolina's mixtape plug, DJ Black. Let's get it.
Hey, know I might be next to blow, but I'm still trying to stretch them both.
All right, before we kick this episode off, I want to thank you, the listener, for tuning in and supporting this platform. So Next to Blow podcast is for independent artists that's looking for music advice about getting in the industry, maybe get your foot in the door, uploading music, monetization, or maybe a sense of direction to further your career to the next level. This platform is also to have your music heard. If you'd like to send me your music so I can play it on my podcast for my listeners to hear it, my email is djjblack@gmail.com. That's 2 J's and 2 C's. And this platform is also for late-breaking news in hip-hop or any genre. So stay tuned. Yo, we back in the trap, man. It's your boy DJ Black, Next to Blow podcast. You know, your boy been gone for about 2 weeks, man. I had to get some shit straightened out, but you know, it's a minor setback for a major comeback. So in our previous episode, we spoke about the importance of promoting, you know, getting your face out there so you can get fans and people to notice you, your music and everything. So in this episode, we're going to speak about effective ways of performing. So I know most artists that either like come to the clubs or they come to open mic events, they come, you know, with USB drives. But, you know, some people, they don't think about that. They usually come, hey, let me airdrop it to you, let me email it to you, which is fine. But like at most of these events, there's not usually Wi-Fi available, which we do have hotspot, don't get me wrong. But some DJs don't feel like going through all that. So sometimes it is best, well, all the time it's best to bring a USB drive. And the next thing I say too, always make sure it's mixed and mastered, man. Cause I've heard some artists came to like open mic events and like the song sounds so distorted, or it sounds like you could tell like it was at home, which is no problem, but they didn't get to the mix and mastering part, or they didn't have a person mix and master it right, or a good engineer. You know what I'm saying? So always make sure it sounds presentable for a crowd to hear. You know what I'm saying? You want to sound professional with like as much as possible. Next thing I'll say too is always make sure you have a show mix. I know some artists, they come, hey bro, play this song next, or this could be the second song, the third song, and that's fine too, but that could be a headache, especially if they're not named, because some of them come with like a fucking whole million numbers on some shit that don't even got the track on it, you know what I'm saying? And I have that happen to me before, but just go to show mix, and that also make you look like a professional artist too. You're like, damn, all right, he actually is taking this shit serious, or she's taking this shit serious, you know what I'm saying? So that's a great way to show some effectiveness as a performer too. Another thing that I've seen with artists is like you guys have a hard time breathing, or some of you guys do when it comes to performing. Like you can tell that you guys don't either work out or you don't do cardio, so you can hear them when you're going through like those lyrics. Like I hear that a lot. So I tell them like work on that core, you know what I'm saying? Like that stomach area, you know what I'm saying? So you can have like good breathing techniques when you're doing a performance, so you don't look like you're winded going into the next song, especially if you're using the whole stage performing as a performer, not just a rapper or whatever, being an actual performer or artist. If you're using that whole stage or utilizing that platform, you're going to get tired if you're not working out or like having like an exercise plan, you know what I'm saying? Not saying you got to do much, but do something to where you're not going to be, you know, excessively tired through a performance, because that's really important too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people notice that, especially A&Rs, or if you're going to perform for these, you know what I'm saying, labels or things of that nature, they're going to notice that. So just keep that in the back of your mind. The next thing I'll say is too, you don't have to do this, but it'll also make you look professional. Get a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Get you a DJ, say, yeah, this my show DJ. So niggas be like, okay, he really got some shit going on, and she got some shit going on. Because not saying there's nothing wrong with, you know, coming there just playing your shit through another DJ, but I'm telling you, if you go to like open up for somebody or artist, bring your own DJ, man, I promise you, people look at you a different way, you know what I'm saying, as an artist. Next thing, always make sure you got people to come with you. You know what I'm saying? Make it known that, hey, I have a following, even if it's just your peers or your friends or your sister, brothers. Bring those people with you, because those are your fans too. You know what I'm saying? I always say bring at least 5 to 10 people. That's a big outlook, especially the showcases. Because a lot of times too, if you got those kind of people with you, like 5 or 10 people, if you got tickets, they'll be like, all right, bro, sell these tickets and you'll get a free showcase and you'll get the money for what you sell from the tickets. That's how that shit usually go. You know what I'm saying? So, and you're making money from that as well as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So think about that. The next thing is, when you performing, man, give them people your energy. Give them your full vital attention. Like, show them, like, nigga, I'm the nigga you're supposed to be, like, here for. It could be a showcase of, like, 20 people, 10 people, but you need to be the one that stand out. Like, I see a lot of artists, they be like rapping or whatever, they'll be performing, they got their head down. I'm looking like, who the fuck are y'all looking at? The people that y'all need to goddamn perform to is in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I understand some people have like stage shyness and all that shit, like they have anxiety. But if you're gonna be a rapper performer, you got to like get over that shit, because that shit looks terrible. I hate that shit. Like that shit, it burns me in the inside when I see that shit. Cause I'm like, if you paid all this money to perform, why the fuck are you looking at the floor? You know what I'm saying? That's like if you're in a booth. If you rapping some shit, bro, I need to believe that shit, even if you ain't did it. Like, you got to give me that energy, give me that enthusiasm, all that shit, bro. That's how I be, like, paying attention to, like, artists and shit. Like, I can tell, like, who really want this shit, you know what I'm saying? Not saying the people that look down don't want it, but the ones that come there with that motherfucker, they come there with that shit, you know what I'm saying? They come there, they already know what they there for. You know what I'm saying? You can't play around. We got to give it 110%, bro. You can't come there half-assing, bro. That's with anything, you know? But that's very important. Always make sure you give them the crowd your undivided attention. Give them that energy, man, at all times. The last piece of advice I'm going to give you is, when you're going to perform, when you do have your music and everything, make sure you have an instrumental version, a clean version, dirty version, and instrumental. And majority of the time, it's best to do it over your instrumental, because we don't want to hear those words over your song, because we want to see that you're actually giving effort. You should know your lyrics if you're the artist. If you're the one that wrote it, if you're the one that put your energy and all into it, you should know those lyrics, because it just sounds tacky. You know what I'm saying? A lot of DJs say that. A lot of them. Even my boy DJ Chuck T said that. You know what I'm saying? He's a big one out of North Carolina, that DJ for the baby. You know what I'm saying? Me and talk personally. So that's another thing. Know your lyrics. Make sure you know how to use your breath. Exercise, you know what I'm saying? And do it with an instrumental. I promise you, it'll sound so much better, man. And give the people that energy. That's all you got to do. Give the people the energy, man. It's not hard at all. It's the same thing as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? We have to give people that energy. We have to do all this like stage presence. Make sure you have stage presence. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to come there with 100 people, 50 people on stage. Go there by yourself. Maybe you got, you know what I'm saying? If you got backup dancers, cool, but you don't have to be on stage with 100 people. Just come there and make yourself know that you own the room when you're there. You're the person that rocking the room. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, that's going to wrap up this episode. You know, we got to do our music feature of the week. This is my dog, Jay Steez. He coming in with that Detroit flow. Let's get it.
Just took a 20 right through TSA. Shit, it was really 25. I gave my base some cake. And I'm controlling all the traffic. Gotta make some plays. Get it in and hand it off and do that shit the next day. Yeah, see, this my life, so I'ma rap about it. A couple niggas turn it back, but they ain't shit without me. 10,000 poking out these fucking skinny pockets. Without a wallet, with a Glock on, I ain't tryna box shit. I'm really stuck up in the trap and I ain't tryna move. Just got some pounds came in and I'm just tryna move them. I got some niggas with me, but I don't call them goons. Say the wrong word, face shot, I put you on the news. Yeah, I go around dealers and robbers. Niggas shoot the shit out your ass over $1. And when it's wartime, can't be toting revolvers. And when you on your dick, you either trapping or starving, nigga. Yeah, you either trapping or starving. When you on your dick, you either trapping or robbing. When you on your dick, you either trapping or starving. Yeah.
All right, y'all, we about to wrap this thing up. If you'd like to have your music featured on my next episode, send your music to my email at djjblack@gmail.com. That's 2 J's and that's 2 C's. So next week, we're going to be touching on a real touchy topic. You know, it might make some people feel some kind of way, but, you know, we'll keep it raw on this channel. We're going to keep it real, strictly raw. That's what this platform is for. That's what we could talk about, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to tap in. I love you guys. Be safe. And I'll see y'all next week.